Coming live from Ridin Podcast Studios, and guess what? We got a cool ass guest. You done seen him on all the other shows. You done seen him on Let's Chop It Up. You done seen it on a concert series. It's Kai Serving from that Natural Born Hustlers. He's in the building. What's going on, brother? How you doing today, baby?
Chilling.
I appreciate you coming down and coming through, man. Dude's been showing mad love, man. This ain't no new shit. The dude's been coming through. He's been doing love on all the shows. He's been coming, hanging out, man. We appreciate him here with the Ridin High family, man. We thank you, and man, be looking out for him and the whole crew. Y'all for real. Yeah, you look out for all of them, man. They got music and a lot of stuff we're gonna talk about later. But we go, it's Ridin High Sports. We're gonna be talking about some sports. We're gonna get to know Kai Serving a little bit better and stuff. It's been a crazy week. In the last week of sports, a lot of things been going down, from coaches, universities, the games. All of a sudden now we in championship week. College football is all
selling
done.
Teams.
Man, people are selling teams. You know what I mean? Like, we're all gonna talk about all that stuff. It's been wild, and you know what? If it ain't for Ridin High Sports, you ain't gonna find out about it. We got all the good stuff. We're gonna let you know. We coming in, but we're gonna start out with my boy Kai. So, Kai, I know you've been on the show, and and I'm going to ask him, some basic stuff, but there might be some questions y'all out there might want to know about the man. One way to find out for sure is, hey, man, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Kai Serving, KYSERVING, or you can find me on all streaming platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, KYSERVIN.
Yes, man. Be extremely able to find them. But also, there are going to be some questions that y'all might think and you need to find out. If you can't find them there, you know what you need to do? Go back to the Let's Chop It Up when Natural Born Hustlers was here in the building. For real. When we interviewed them, DJ Lil King was also here, man. Go back to the concert series when they were out here with Scoob and me and myself and Freak and everybody else is out here. Yeah, man, you make sure you go check all that out, because there's probably some things that you want to know that'll be on those that we might not get through here. So make sure you go back to those episodes, recheck them, leave some comments, let us know about some things. But first off, man, where you from?
I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, South Side. I'm born and raised in between Haas Middle School, Woodlawn Elementary, around that area.
For people that don't know where like Haas Elementary is and stuff, man, say some city streets.
Yeah.
Some stuff. Say some streets for the people out there that
are
from Corpus or
you got like Oso, that. You got Oso Drive, Shields Drive, Prince Drive, that area. You know what I mean? McCardle.
Yeah,
that
you
type
see him.
of vibe.
You know what I'm saying? Southside Corpus. Original, if y'all don't know, that's here in Corpus Christi, Texas. That's where he's from, Southside. All right.
Yes,
and then you get into that music scene, bro. You get into that music scene, and a lot of you and your friends out there y'all were doing your stuff, weren't y'all?
Yeah, we doing our shit. Like, all that shit started as games of fun, but this shit get into business mode. Like, we locking in for real. We going to the next step.
Right. And then the cool thing about it was that you get done with all your stuff. You're kind of being your own adult and everything. You're getting into this music seriously. That mindset's starting to change. And you were telling me, like, before we came on, he was telling me, man, it's crazy. Like, I try to treat this music game like a sports athlete.
Yeah,
right. Like you're practicing by riding. You stay on your riding. You're at home.
Just like you practice them free throws.
Right.
Just
like you practice
exactly the Oklahoma drills. You know what I mean? You gotta go head on.
Yeah. Instead of doing some Oklahoma drills, you might be like in the room, like shit. You just freestyling whatever you see in the room. Or, make it connect together. And when I was thinking about it, like, man, that's a great way to put it. That you're taking music into that sports mentality, like how athletes got to train.
Because those are my roots. That's how I grew up, with that hustle mentality. You know what I mean?
That's
sports, basketball, football, all that shit.
Hell yeah. Did you play any sports in high school or anything?
Yeah. No, in high school, that's where I gave up. But in middle school, and like before that, bro, I was like cold at it. I was like damn near all-star. You know what I mean? Me and my boy Kendrick Wagner. Yeah, you can look
Shout
him
out
up.
to him.
He was in there fucking varsity. He was on varsity freshman year, you know what I mean? He was my ride or die, bro. We've been riding together since we were fucking 6 years old.
That's what's up. That's
Pee-wee football.
When you were there in middle school, what sports did you play?
Football and basketball.
That's what's up. Up. So like growing up, did you have any like favorite basketball teams or any sports teams that were your favorite?
Fucking Houston Rockets.
Houston
and Spurs,
Rockets,
bro. Those are my two.
That's what's up. Shout out
Dallas,
to the Rockets.
I've never been to Dallas, so I can't speak on Dallas. I can't speak on Cowboys. I can't speak on the Mavericks.
Okay. So you're a Texas fan too? Okay.
I fuck with them boys, but they ain't that's not who I ride behind.
No, you good, you good. Man, gotta love the Spurs, gotta love the Rockets out there, man. Who were your favorite players growing up that you like?
Man, Tim Duncan.
Tim. Okay.
Hold on, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Aaron Foster. Like, bro, like, I could get deep.
Y'all get deep.
Motherfucking JJ Watt, bro. Like, what was that? What was that fucking damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. The wide receiver.
Andre Johnson.
Yeah, that was my dog. Texans. Bro, I had every colored jersey you can imagine.
Yeah, with him.
I had that hoe.
That's what's up.
For real.
That's what's up. That's when you started started watching sports and stuff. Is that when you did you start noticing, like, I know around that time the leagues like NBA, NFL, MLB were like, they started watching or videotaping players' entrances to the stadium. Started noticing what they wore, whether it was like they were in a suit.
Their shoes.
Their shoes and everything.
All
whether
that.
it was mandatory in that league, you had to wear a suit, or they had the freedom to wear what they want, like in the NBA or things like that.
Yeah.
Is that where some of your inspiration comes? Because I'm bringing this up now because I know some of the fans out there, they're watching this, they're looking at it like, man, this is dope. I hope he has any.
My inspiration came behind.
Hold on, because I don't know. In case for the people that don't know what I'm talking about, we are talking about his hoodie. If you notice, he's got the NBA hoodie.
You know what I mean?
That's why I'm asking where he got his inspiration. Because go ahead, turn around real quick, show him the back of it.
We got the NBA shirt. You feel me?
Hold on. Can you see it?
We'll show it later on.
Okay. We'll show it off a little bit. We'll show it off in a little bit. And you can pick that over. You can show it off in a little bit. And what it was is that, man, I noticed, I was asking, like, so did that have any influence on, like, when you started designing?
Yeah, like Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Fuck it, PJ Tucker. Those are my two designer inspirations. You know
no
what
shit.
I mean? Like PJ Tucker, I was in 6th grade watching him getting all this, like, glamour from his shoes, his shoe game, this and that. You know what I mean? So 6th grade year, I started selling and trading shoes, and I was like, making some money off it. I was able to get my own fits. I was able to get my own shoes. I was pulling up every day with new shoes, new fits. Like, bro,
like, so he was a big inspiration.
Yeah,
because you know what, he would come through. He would come with that drip.
Put
you know
that
what I'm
hustle
saying?
in me.
Like for me, growing up, to me it was like Allen Iverson.
Yeah,
like Allen
no
Iverson,
cap.
the way he came up inside, like that was like, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I think people before my generation were like how the Fab Five would dress when they coming out. Like they got that style from them. They were fucking with them the way that was. You know, but yeah, for mine it was like Allen Iverson or Darius Miles back then from the Clippers when he had the headband up here, or like Little Flip back then. He had the upside down Nike. And all that stuff, man. You'd see that on the playground hooping and stuff, and that gave into a lot of stuff. So I'm glad that's what influenced you. A lot of sports influenced your style of how you made your hoodies and your merch. Yeah. Where can people find your merch right now if they need it?
You got to contact me directly on Instagram, Twitter, any of that. Like, just contact me directly at Kai Serving on Instagram, and I'm going to get with you. I'm going to tap in on the DMs. I respond to all my DMs. I respond to everybody. But once this shit gets out of hand, that's when I'm gonna get right with my own website. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. What colors you got right now? You got the red.
Right now we could do any color you want. We got
any color. Okay, so made to order. You got made to order stuff.
But right now we got black hoodies on deck of the OG motivated hoodies. You know what I'm saying? With all three of us on the back. Yeah, straight up.
Nice. So that you can make sure if y'all want any, reach him out, him up on the DMs.
Yes,
he got y'all what they go for.
$35 a pop.
Woo, 35, man. That's a steal right now. And it's holiday season.
And that's if you're out of state or you need a ship. I'll pull up, drive on you, drop it off, $35. I'll ship it out, $35. Any way it goes, it's $35 flat, no tax, no none.
Damn, free shipping.
Yes, Sirski.
Free shipping. But he just wanted to let you know how serious it is to get you the hoodie.
Yeah,
he will drive himself, and you might get a free autograph on top of that with the hoodie.
I want you to brag about this shit. Like, hey, this boy sold me this whole directly. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? That's passion behind your product. That's what I like to see, bro.
Up.
And that's what I like to see. That's that. You want to have passion behind your own product because if you don't, I mean, what you actually pushing that product
Bro, I
for, and why you
want
doing it.
control
like,
my
no
movement
point.
while I have the chance. You know
exactly,
what I mean?
bro. And I mess with that. I know. So you got the merch coming out. You're doing all that, and you got some even more big stuff coming on.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
All right, man. And I heard you gonna be December 9th at 9 and 17 South Staples,
Yes,
Corpus
sir.
Christi, Texas.
Alex Skates
Toy Drive. You're gonna be performing, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be performing with Cantu, Scoop Dose.
Hey.
You got Xavo, you got Addy Goat, bro. We gonna have a stack lineup. Y'all pull up, y'all donate, help the city. Man, show some love, because this is going to be a fucking yearly ritual. Like, we gonna turn up for the city.
Yeah, it's a toy drive.
Yeah.
We'll have, like, more stuff in the bio. We have some more stuff in the link. You can also look at our Facebook, our Instagram pages. You'll see it all through our stories, and you'll get some more information. We got a great lineup and stuff, but we're going to talk about you. We're going to talk about Natural Born Hustlers.
Yes,
y'all are going to be performing, because not only are y'all performing,
we got that music video
they're
shoot.
shooting a music video, guys. They're shooting a music video at the spot. Remember, 917 South Staples, Corpus Christi, Texas. December 9th. You don't want to miss it. Yes, that way you're all up in the music video. Get to support some local. Get to give back to the kids with some toys.
Yeah.
What song do you already like? So what song are y'all shooting for that music video?
We're shooting 2 music videos the same day.
You're 2.
We're gonna go to another location after that with Freakman, and you know what I mean. We're gonna do our thing, but we're shooting Motivated first, and then we're doing Fearless second.
Okay.
So those are gonna be our 2. The first one's with Avery Merksum. The second one's with Big K MBH. We gonna get right. Yeah.
My bad. Gary was making it pause back there. Anyway, no. So you're doing that. You have your 2 music videos that you're shooting, but at the toy drive, you're shooting only 1 music video.
Yeah, at the toy drive,
you're only shooting 1. That's what I heard. And which one's gonna be that one? You said Fear.
We're gonna do Fearless and Motivated, but Motivated is gonna be the one at the show, because that's a whole.
Okay, but Fear.
Yeah,
Fearless is going to be the one at the toy drive. That's the one we're going to be shooting for the toy drive. Alex Skates. It's going to be live. You're going to have who do you got out there shooting?
We got Freakman, and we got my boy Sergio. He's a drone team. He's gonna pull up with 2 drones, 2 guys. They gonna have 2 different angles. They gonna get everything.
What's the little vibe? That way you gonna tell people what kind of people you want out there, how they want them dressed, what you want if they gonna pull up.
Oh
yeah, like what's the whole concept of the song?
So I'm gonna be pulling up in my black NBA hoodie. So if you wanna pull up in black, or you could pull up and buy an NBA hoodie.
Yeah,
and you could be in the music video. You know what I mean?
Support.
Everybody that buys a hoodie, your clip's gonna be in there purchasing, and our interaction, like we gonna speed it up. We gonna get everybody in there, so you're gonna be able to go look back, and you're gonna be like, damn, look, see, I bought this hoodie from him. You know what I mean? Straight up.
So what's the concept of it that way? So wear black, tell them to wear black, or come in there and wear that NBH.
Wear black,
wear the NBH merch.
Put that 35 down for an NBH hoodie, and you're gonna be rocking. You're gonna be rolling with everybody. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's great. Yeah, you're going to be out there. It's going to be a great time. Like we said, December 9th, 9 and 17, South Staples, Toy Drive, Alex. 917 South Staples. Thank you, Gary. Sorry, y'all. That's what happens when we live. I know it's DJ Little King. I just said Gary because Gary ain't here right now, so I can't yell at him. Anyway, we're taking interns. Y'all hit us up in the DM. So, God's going great. You're doing the concert. Anything else? What else you got popping up? What else? Something new? 2024?
Man, 2024. I got a bunch of singles dropping, and once those singles drop, I'm gonna put out my little new project I'm working on.
There you go.
It's called Dedicated. You know what I mean? And after that, it's gonna be Elevated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what's up. How many tracks you got on that Dedicated?
Dedicated is gonna be a total of 12, and then we're gonna go from there. But you know, I'm gonna get my boy Cantu on that motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Cantu
I'm
gonna
down,
be
man.
on
I'm
there
down.
for sure.
For sure, man. We'll drop some sports on that, though. That would be most def, for sure. But that's great, man. So I'm glad you in town. I'm glad you made the podcast.
Yes,
I'm glad we got to talk about you, get what's going on. We're gonna jump into some sports. This is the Ridin High Sports Show. Shout out, man. Episode 9. You know what I'm saying? We're about to hit almost episode 10. We're about to be in the double digits.
That little mile
you know what I
marker,
mean? Hey, little by little,
milestone.
Consistency, like you said, is that key. Keep it going. Dedication. To anybody out there, whatever you want to do it. You know, I always try to motivate. You know, if I can, you can too, and I truly mean that. No cap. And everybody I meet, because you know, one day somebody told me that, and I was like, why not? You know.
Yeah.
Actually, it goes back to like I was in elementary. and I was at Robert Wilson Elementary. And some kids used to say, man, if I can, you can. Roberto can too.
You went to Robert Wilson?
Yeah, I went to Robert Wilson.
So did I.
What's up, bro?
That's crazy.
Hey, small. But yeah, they said if I can, you can. Roberto can too. And ever since then, I always kept it. And I always said, man, if I ever become big, like become an entertainer or anything, I'm gonna use that can too. Like if I can, you can too. And
hell yeah.
So I've been grateful to be able to use it on my platform and spread that. I think everybody should. But we're going to go into some sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it is Ridin High Sports. We're getting into it, coming in from that Ridin High Podcast Studios live. So going straight into it, we're going to talk into some NBA. I know you were going like, hey, Spurs and the Rockets, right, man?
Yeah, Spurs and Rockets.
Spurs and Rockets are your teams. Well, unfortunately, Spurs did not make it.
Nah, for sure.
Nope, they did not. They did not make it in that in-season tournament. I don't know if you knew, but they had the in-season tournament is now over. Now they're down to out of those 30 teams, we're down to the last 8, right? Out of all those groups, we're down to the last 8 on 2 sides. We have the Bucks versus the Knicks, which is the Bucks ranked number 1 to the number 4 seed Knicks.
Yes,
then
sir.
we have the number 2 Pacers to the number 3 Celtics. On the other side, we have the number 1 Lakers versus the number 4 Suns. A lot of people are interested in that one.
It's
going to be a good one. That one's going to be wild. It's going to be a lot of high star-studded athletes out there going at it. And then you also have right after that, you have the Kings, number 2 versus number 3, the Pelicans.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about this that I noticed in this NCAA kind of style format, because now it's single game elimination, right? So it's one game. You win, you move on, you lose. That's it. You don't get that money at the end.
Yeah.
You're not making that bread. All these teams besides the Lakers and let's say, well, really the Lakers and the Suns maybe. Yeah. But other than that, like the Kings, the Pelicans, the Knicks, the Bucks, the Pacers, these are kind of young teams.
Yeah, young.
I don't think anybody over 28 is on them.
Nah, for real.
There might be a couple, like on the bench, but these are young teams, and I wonder if the incentive was for some of these players, some of these young guys that have those rookie contracts, they're still small. They're getting that, $500,000, $1 million bonus right here at Christmas time, and it's around this time the championship game is December 9th.
Yeah.
We're going to see the first game is not till next Tuesday. So next week when we're on next Wednesday, you're gonna find out who won that first game, and then we're gonna know from there who's gonna win. From there, we'll keep you posted. But it just started. That is the lineup for the in-season tournament. It's gonna be kind of crazy. Who do you got out of those teams? The Lakers, the Suns, Kings, Pelicans, Bucks, Knicks, Pacers, Celtics.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I got the Bucks. I believe in the Bucks. I believe in the Suns. I think the Suns are gonna overtake the Lakers. I don't think LeBron got it in him no more, bro.
What?
Carry that team.
You're hearing that first here.
Yeah.
NBA's Kai Sullivan telling that NBA. He's saying LeBron done. He's saying LeBron done.
He's old, man. He's old.
Yep. He got it.
You right. You'll never know how it goes, but I know Devin Booker and Chris Paul. They still got that. They still got that.
Yeah, no, they do. But it's just crazy to see how those are the young teams. It did make an influence. The numbers for the game spiked up. This is what they were looking for. This is what they were trying to do. Yeah. That hype. I feel like this is similar, like in the music industry.
First time ever.
When you want to beef with somebody before you put out an album sale, you want to get those numbers up. Those people already looking at you. But going from there, speaking of teams in the NBA, the Dallas Mavericks are right now looking about getting sold.
Yeah.
They're going to get sold. There is a company out of Las Vegas called the Las Vegas Sands Casino, looking to buy Mark Cuban's majority share of the Dallas Mavericks, 57%.
Hey, but he still got say on what goes on.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, he still got say on what goes on.
Look, this boy knows his stuff. That's right. With that, part of the deal means Mark Cuban can still be head of operations of basketball for the Dallas Mavericks. It's an evaluation around $3.5 billion. He bought that team for $285 for his share, so he's making some good change, and he's gonna get to stay in charge. It has to be finalized by 2024. It's not set in stone, so NBA is gonna look at it. But that could actually be something pretty crazy right now.
That'd be the best move.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. It'd be good. It'd be good ownership. Those people are actually gonna have to sell a lot of their casino stake to get this, but that it is what it is, and that's what they're doing.
You gotta take that risk.
Yeah, going from there, we're going into straight college football. James Madison University. We talked about this last time a couple episodes ago, where James Madison might not be able to play in a bowl game because one, they were coming up from a FBS school district, and every time you do that, you have to wait 2 years before you're allowed to play in a bowl game.
Yeah.
Because of the competition in the schedule. Well, they said, nah, F that. We're going straight into our first year. We're playing a straight NCAA Division I straight Sun Belt schedule like they would play normally if they were playing Division I, and they wrecked. They're undefeated. They're all that. But unfortunately, they didn't want to contest the ruling that you have to wait the 2 years.
Yeah.
But in the FBS, in the FBS or even in Division I, on the highest levels, you have to win at least 6 games to be bowl eligible.
Yeah.
Right? You got to win 6 games out of the 12. You got to win, and you're able to go play a bowl game and a district game at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Well, in FBS, there weren't enough teams, there were enough schools that won 6 games.
Jeez.
And because there wasn't enough teams that won those 6 games, now James Madison is actually bowl eligible to play in the top Division I series. They don't got to wait another year. They get to jump right in it, and they deserve it. They truly deserve it. I feel that's something pretty sweet. What you think, man?
Yeah, man. I think that's some inspiration right there to take behind it, to know that you could build a team that's strong from the first year and just go to the top and compete with the big dogs. You know what I mean? Like, that's a rare scene, you know what I mean? That's a special occasion to happen.
It is, and it's crazy that you say that, because that leads, man, it's like you read my notes, because you're going straight into our next topic. We're going right into Colorado.
Yeah.
Right? We're going into the school of Deion Sanders. The season's over for them, guys. Season's over. Is the season a success? Is it a failure? I'm going to ask you about this. They ended up, just to give you some ideas, I'm going to give you some facts real quick, right? This is how they did, right? Colorado's over. They ended up 4-8. 4 wins, 8 losses. They started off the season 3-0. They started off on a 3-0 win streak.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you remember, man. It was over TCU.
Yeah.
They were having over Colorado State, double overtime. They were, the whole world was all up on them. Every celebrity was there.
Yeah.
Nuts. Since then, they've not have had anything. They ended up going 1-8 in the Pac-12 in their own conference. And they ended up their last 6 games. They ended the season in a 6-game losing streak.
I think that just goes to show it's all about the team chemistry. It's all about who you surround yourself by, how you carry each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're right. You're definitely right about that.
Yeah, if you carry yourself like you're better than the rest, then you're going to be a mess.
But at the same time, let's also say this, right? At the same time, let's put it in perspective. Last year, did we talk about Colorado? Did the world know about Colorado? Did anybody know about? No, they didn't.
Nah, you're
right? They did not.
Yeah.
They couldn't sell tickets to save their life. I believe there's a meme out there that said, man, McDonald's burgers are more expensive than some Colorado tickets.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And at the same time, there are some things that Colorado needs to work on. They need to work on their O-line. They allowed 52 sacks this season.
Sheesh.
52 sacks that Shedeur Sanders got knocked down. That's not good for a quarterback. It doesn't matter how elite or how great you are.
Yeah, for real.
Hunter was out for about a good 2-3 games where they really mattered, and they played some top opponents that actually matter at the end of this year. Mm-hmm. But even then, with Hunter in there, I think it would have been close calls. I think maybe they would have won 1 out of those 3. They probably would have finished the season a little bit better, but I think they would have been maybe 8-4 instead of 4-8. But regardless, I think from last year where they only had 1 win, this year they have 4 wins is a huge success.
Yeah,
fan base, huge success.
Yeah.
For the whole city, huge success.
Yeah.
I think they paid what they paid him and what the money and the things that they're generating and revenue in there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a success.
It's a success.
It's a success.
It's
as
a
much
success,
as
yeah.
all that stuff I mentioned, and don't get me wrong, like you'd be like, those are terrible stats. Well, you know what? Those stats before that season are even way worse.
Yeah, for
what
real.
they are doing is great. They are like it's a big turnaround. It's just not. It's football. It's you only get those 12 games, and I think just because they didn't make a bowl game in their first season doesn't mean it's a failure. They 400%. So I think it's a success. I don't see it the way the other critics see it.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, I had to mention all that stuff because it's true. They did do
right.
that. You know, they lost 29-0 halftime lead to Stanford.
It's a hell of
but they need to
back.
find themselves too. But it's
Yeah.
okay. I think they're doing great. I think Deion's a success at Colorado. They're lucky to have him, and I would love to play for Deion. Even though they lost 3 recruits, I think that more has to do with just them seeing, I guess. I don't know why, to be honest. It could be any particular reason, but they are down 3 recruits after the season's been over. 3 have decommitted, but we'll see what goes on next year, and I'm pretty sure he's going to stay there at Colorado with his kids. I know after that, both his kids are going to declare for the NFL draft.
Hey, if they could get another 400% turnover, they in that bowl game for shit show. No questions asked.
You ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying.
Yeah, for real.
So going from there, we're going to go into Jim Harbaugh. A lot of people talked about Jim Harbaugh. He is the head coach for Michigan, where he got suspended for 3 games for the whole sign stealing and the whole conspiracy thing about that. But there are now a lot of rumors saying that he's going to leave Michigan to go to the NFL because they've done so well. This is also the crazy thing that I think why he's leaving to go to the NFL, if it is true. There are also rumors that the NCAA, starting next season, are going to make rule changes, and one of the rule changes is the rule change that he got in trouble for the 3-game suspension.
What?
So if you go back to the rule books that's been reported, like with ESPN and Yahoo, they said, so it had to do with a rule change in 1994 where at the time, every school was only allowed 2 games where you can like go scout ahead opponents, which basically was what they were doing. They called it sign stealing, but basically they were just going to games where their teams, the people they were going to play, and just pre-watch them, pre-record before having a 1-week advantage or a 1-week timeline. They wanted to prepare ahead of it. So you were allowed to do that in the NCAA, but you're only allowed to do 2 times because at that time in 1994, not every school in the country had the same resources to do it for all 12 games.
Yeah, true.
Now, in 2023, all these schools at the D1 and FBS level can all probably have enough to afford to pay somebody to, scout all 12 games of their opponents for the next year. Yeah. So they're going to change that, and it had to do with a lot of just conspiracy how good Michigan was doing against the whole Ohio State right before that. So that rule is looking to get changed, which I think is crazy since they made such a big deal about it to suspend Jim Harbaugh for 3 games.
That's crazy.
I think that was just a rabbit hunt. Really nuts. Can't believe it. But going into the end of college football, it is championship week. The season ended last week. You got a school, you got a team, or anybody that you root for?
Man,
I
root for Texas, man.
Texas? Okay.
I hope they go all the way, even though it's looking a little.
You made a lot of people in the background happy right now.
Yeah,
a lot of people right now in the studios are very happy.
Even they're a little shaky and they have their days and their bad days, but I believe in them.
Yeah. They do a good job. Do a good job. There's a lot, and it's crazy because they are actually, right now we're going to do a double segment of Games of the Week and a Championship Week series because we're going to talk about the Championship Week series, but these are going to be our Games of the Week. You're going to help me pick on those. Yeah. But first, we're going to just talk about these Championship Series games. Since the whole season ended, it was nuts. It was a crazy season, a lot of mix and turns, especially with these rankings that came out. I'm not going to go crazy into it with you, but we are going to talk about the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is going to play this weekend. This is number 5 Oregon in the country versus number 3 Washington.
Jeez.
Right? They are playing. It's all on the neutral side. It's going to be crazy. Who do you think? It's just, I didn't think it was going to come down to all these games at the end of the year. Did you?
No, I didn't think that at all. But I think Michigan's going to take it by a close call, maybe by like a field goal at like the last couple minutes.
Against Iowa?
Yeah, I think.
And you know that's crazy.
I think it's going to be a close one.
You know, and that's really cool. Because I have it down here on my notes as an upset because Iowa, even though they're number 16 in the country, and Michigan's number 2, and they did that crazy, phenomenal job against Ohio State last week, right? It was toe for toe, tit for tat. The way they threw it was nuts. I believe that they are not thinking Iowa's a big enough threat like Ohio State is, and they're gonna sleep on that defense.
Definitely.
Iowa is a legitimate threat. They are a blue collar, down and gritty team. I think they can get in the trenches.
Dogs.
Yeah, with Michigan, and they're not gonna be able to realize what hit them in the mouth.
For real.
So I agree with you on that. Georgia and Alabama in the SEC championship. That's a crazy mix.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna win that game. I want
Georgia to win, man.
Georgia? I want Georgia to win too, but if Alabama wins, that means there's this whole conversation about does Texas also go into the playoff if they win? Because I have them also against Oklahoma State, and that's a game. They're number 18 in the country, Oklahoma State. Texas is number 7. Even then, like that's going to be a good game. That's not a game to sleep on. That's not a game to like forget. There's a good chance Oklahoma State can upset. I don't think they are. I think Texas should win by easy.
Yeah.
But they are ranked. Excuse me. They are ranked in the top 25 for a reason.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? And then don't forget in the ACC, you have Louisville and Florida State. Now Florida State did lose their quarterback, Travis Hunter, last weekend. We reported that. We have it on there on Instagram. Check us if you need to follow us. Ridin High Sports on Instagram. Follow us, or Can2MF on Instagram, or Can2BRT on TikTok. Make sure you check me out, and then follow me on Facebook. We'll get. What was your Instagram again?
Kai Serving, KYSERVING.
And your TikTok?
My TikTok is Kai Servin, KYSERVIN.
Yeah, so make sure you got into that.
Yeah.
But so I think Oklahoma State has a good chance where they could upset Texas, but Texas, it shouldn't. Texas should win the game.
Definitely.
They should win it in good fashion. By 5?
Texas by 40.
Oh,
by 40.
Lil King back there saying
plus.
Texas by 40.
Right.
Wait, that's not gonna happen. But
Motherfucking Tech by 40.
That's Tech.
Okay, BYU beat.
OSU's number 18 in the country.
BYU beat them 45-3.
Man, I think Texas should win by like a cool 13 to 15 points.
Like,
They should win by 13-15.
Yeah.
It should be no problem, 13-15. And they should have conversation facts for playoff if they win by 13 or 15 or more. Anything less than that, I don't know. If Alabama does beat Georgia, I think if Alabama goes to the playoffs, Texas has the right to go to the playoff because they beat Alabama at Alabama.
Yeah.
And that is the best win out of all of college football, I think, in the whole thing. And I'm not an Alabama fan, and I'm definitely not a Texas fan. But they have the best win out of the whole season. It's at Alabama against Alabama. And it's like, I know it's early. It was in September. But Alabama's still a great fucking team.
Yeah,
they are a great team.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be talking about them in the playoff if they wouldn't be a great team if they're ranked where they are.
Yeah,
you know, they're still ranked in the top 10. They're, I believe, what is it, number 7? Number 8. And what, Texas is
number
7. So they're right there. So I believe it. And they're only in front of them because what? They beat Alabama. So if Alabama gets to go, Texas should go.
Yeah.
If Oregon beats Washington, Oregon should go to the playoffs. I think Washington will beat Oregon, even though Oregon's favored.
Yeah.
I think Louisville has a good chance of beating Florida State because Florida State lost that quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think they're going to come through, but if they do come, are they deserving to be in it? Yes. Are they the best team to do it? No, without their quarterback. So I don't want to see them in the playoffs. I think they would, but Michigan still has that good chance with Iowa to get upset about it. I think Michigan should win it, and it should be pretty interesting. So, all right, those are our games of the week, and I mean, those are the championship series. And from the games of the week, this is where we're going. You said Alabama against Georgia. That's who you're picking, right? Yeah. All right, so this is important, guys, because right now we're tied. We are tied at 16-16 for guests. So you are going to be our tiebreaker for college series, and then we're going to go into the NBA and start it up. So you might be the one that tells the guests that, hey, they won it through the college football series. Okay, so you have Alabama over Georgia. I'm agreeing with you. No. You have Georgia over Alabama.
I got Georgia over Alabama.
You have Georgia over Alabama.
Like
I'm agreeing with you.
TD.
I think Georgia is going to beat Alabama too. What about Michigan and Iowa?
Man, I think Iowa might slip
You think
through.
you got
know
Iowa?
What I mean? I think
I'm gonna go. I'm going Michigan over Iowa.
Think so?
I think it gives them a hard time, but Michigan wins.
Yeah.
OSU and Texas.
Man, I pray Texas, but OSU, they've been looking good this year. You know what I mean? I pray for Texas. It's
all right. It's okay. I think Texas wins too. I'm picking Texas. Florida State and Louisville.
honestly, I can't have no input on that one. I don't know.
I'm going Louisville. I think
going
Louisville
Louisville?
does the upset.
I don't know. Florida State,
But they don't have their quarterback.
yeah, you're right. But in the beginning of the year, ain't nobody think they're gonna get this far where
It's
they
true.
were gonna be.
It's true.
and
It's true.
They there.
It's true. But it's the end of the year, and they have a whole new quarterback or a
Yeah.
whole new
That's a whole new structure they gotta set. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Louisville. All right, and then Oregon versus Washington.
I got Washington.
Washington.
Yeah.
Oregon's
feel about that one?
Oregon's favored by 9.5.
I don't know.
So they're favored to win at least by 10 points.
I think Washington. They've been doing.
You think Washington's gonna do
their
it?
Defense on lock, and they got some smooth offense running.
Let's see,
too.
because we agreed. Wait. You're taking Florida State, and I'm doing Louisville. I'm doing Texas. I'm doing Michigan. Iowa. So you know what? I'm gonna go Oregon. I'm gonna go Oregon versus Washington. I'm gonna take it just to see if I can get a double point, just in case.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to beat the get. I'm gonna do it. There's a good chance I think Washington will win, but I think Oregon with their momentum, there's a good shot. I'm gonna run with them.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go down to our parlays. You know what it is. Don't spend your rent money, your light money, none of this. This is just if I would make the bet, what I would bet on. But if you want to do it, make sure you do it. We didn't do one last week, but the week before, man, we did great. We ended up hitting 75% of our bets.
Yeah.
So make sure you come with me. That was 3 out of the 4, and we made some money. We did it great on that parlay. On this parlay, you always know it's going to be for Thursday night football. It's always the night before, and it's going to be Cowboys versus the Seahawks. I got number 88, wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. I got him on over 6.5 receptions. I think he can make 7 catches. The Seahawks are the worst letting receivers catch the ball, especially in the slot position. They will average about 7 to 8 catches. So I think he's going to do that tonight, especially how the way he's been dominating. Number 2, I have wide receiver number 3, Brandon Cooks, over 3.5 receptions. He's only in the last 6 games. He's only had 1 game where he hasn't hit this number or hasn't had at least 3 receptions in the last 6 games. It's been either 3 or more, so I think this is a great, solid bet. Number 3 on this parlay, I got number 14, DK Metcalf. I have him over 57.5 yards. He averages over 81 yards at home, and he averages over 72 away. I think this is an easy bet. It might bump up by tomorrow at game time. Make sure you check this out. But those are my 3 picks. I think those are going to be the for sure ones. Usually I do about 4 or 5. But for these, I think these are all solid. You hit these 3. These are the 3 for 3. Easy. Put it for $20. Hit it for the 100. Let's get it. I want to thank everybody for checking it out. I want to thank my boy Kai Serving from MBH for coming through.
Shout out
Kai
too, Ridin High
Hey,
Sports.
man. Appreciate it. One more time. Tell them where they can get your merch and where they can follow you again.
You could get my merch at Kai Serving on Instagram, KYSERVING. And you can hit me up directly. I'm going to get back with you same day. You know what I mean? We're going to tap in. I'm going to get you locked in. And I'm going to get it to you.
That's
ASAP.
What's up. And it's your boy, Cantu. You know, you can find me CAN number 2, BRT on TikTok. Or find me at CAN number 2 MF _ on Instagram. Make sure you follow the Ridin High Sports page, Ridin High Podcast page as well on IG and on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Share, like, subscribe. This is Ridin High Sports, episode number 9, coming live from Ridin High Podcast Studios.
Yes,
Thank you for everybody. Thank you for Kai. This is Cantu.
Yeah.
Get ready. We got a freestyle session coming up. We got Drew PM's show coming up, and later on tonight, it's going to be live. This is
Yes,
Ridin High.
sir.
We out.